Hello everyone and welcome back to Crowley House Flower Farm and Nursery. I'm going to the store just to grab a few color spots to add some spring interest to the front porch and kind of spruce things up a little bit, add a little bit of color. I think we're all starving for that. First, I'm just gonna check how many pots I need. There's like this, it's a metal trellis that kind of winds up. It's an old plant stand basically, and I thought to just do terracotta pots in that and then put like pansies, petunias, that kind of thing. And then I want to just pot up one pot for the front porch that just maybe has some fun early spring things in it. So let's head into the greenhouse and see what we can find. All right, so I think I found enough pots because the plant stand has 8 little holders, and I thought this was perfect size for a pansy or petunia or whatever we find that's inexpensive at the store. I am on the hunt for a couple more hellebores, so we'll see what we can find there. So I got a couple hellebores, new ones to put in a few spots because this is like flat. So I wanted to add one there, and that will just go in the landscape later. And then over here along this little garden thing, planter, I was going to put another one here because I have a hellebore right there. So it would just kind of accent that there. So Brayden's out here helping me today, and I thought I would just go through kind of some of the plants that we picked up. He's repotting a pot on the front porch just with a little extra color, and so what we got was dianthus, and this is the violet pink. We just got these at Wilco, so they're nothing fancy. I ended up getting a fern because I think nothing says spring more like ferns. This is an evergreen fern, and it's an Alaskan fern. So this is a partial shade to shade, which is nice because I'm going to move this out into the landscape. So this actually gets a little bit of sun in the morning and then the afternoon shade, which is perfect for this one. 24 by 30 inches tall by 36 inches wide, basically. So it matures pretty nicely. So just a really pretty fern accent in any type of spring container will make it look lovely. Brayden and I chose out just a heather, and this is a variety called Erica, which is really small. I was kind of pleased to see it in a small container. Sometimes when you're planting up containers, they, come in huge pot sizes, and it makes it really, really difficult to kind of squeeze them all in. So I like it when we can get them a little bit smaller. So this heather, you could also put out in the landscape. Obviously, I'd need more than just one, but it does like full sun. This also gets 1 to 6 inches high by 14 inches wide, so it will spread a little bit. Winter blooming, which is definitely still winter spring, I like to call it. And then it is just really good for honeybees and things like that. Love heather. So it's kind of a fun, bright pop in the landscape and in containers. So Brayden has a hellebore. He's going to be working into this as the tall part. And then we have some pansies and violas that we're going to work into this mix. I think it will turn out really, really well. So I'm going to go deliver these to him, and then I'm going to start in on my little pots for the plant stand. You got it transferred out? Oh, there you go. Good job. So these are the pansies and violas that he chose. I love the colors, just kind of keeping with that really bright but a little bit moody looking. So we ended up choosing it's an Ice and Roses series, which is called Mindy Marble, which is really, really pretty. It kind of has this beautiful two-toned, kind of a limey green, creamy center, and then blushing to the pink. So I tell you, as a mama, and having your kiddos join you in the garden is probably one of the best things ever. I mean, you want to take me on a date, go to the spa, anything like that, that's all fine and well. But getting my kids in the garden with me, oh my gosh, I love it. And you know what was so fun is you probably know, Brayden does all of our YouTube editing, and he's behind a desk a lot because he also edits for other folks, and lately he's had some wedding jobs and some other videos that he's been putting together. So I felt like, you know, we've had these really nice days and I'm outside enjoying the gardens and doing all this stuff, and he was just kind of stuck inside. And so I thought, today, you know what, let's just go get a little coffee. And so we stopped at Starbucks and got his favorite coffee, and then we ran to Wilco and just got a few color spots, the Hellebores and all the Pansies and different things like that. I let him just pick out what he wanted, and, you know, within reason, you know, budget-wise. But, you know, just the colors. We knew how many we needed for like this little rack behind us. We had 8 little terracotta pots, which I think just turned out so cute. And then he had a couple plants that he wanted to plant up that he's waiting to put into the circle garden, which is his project for summer. But, you know, it was funny because he's like, no, I don't want to plant, or, you know, when we got back. But then it's like, I started like handing him plants and like doing his thing, and he just got so excited, you guys. And he's gonna die because he's editing this, so he's gonna be like, Mom. Anyways, it was just fun to see him so invigorated in the garden. I'm hoping that other young kids, you know, find the joy of gardening. And, you know, I tell you, my dad got us out when we were really young. You know, we were barefoot and just going behind the tiller and planting the seeds, and the rows weren't straight and all kinds of stuff that my dad had to put up with. But it gave us the love of the garden and getting our hands in the garden. It'd be kind of fun to hear some of your stories of how, I know a lot of you have shared lately, just kind of your beginnings of grandma or your parents or somebody gifted you something and you just put it in the ground and found the love of gardening. But I could see that kind of little spark in his eye today, which was kind of fun. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed that relaxing time with Brayden and I in the garden. Well, mostly Brayden. We had so much fun just picking out a few plants, little color spot for early spring color for the front porch, and for this cute little planting staircase kind of shelf for all the terracotta pots. I love how it turned out. I think I'm going to view it in the morning because it's starting to get a little bit dark, but it has been so refreshing today. We've had a little bit of light rain that came in last night and just kind of cleared the air, and it just smells like spring. So very invigorating today. I hope this inspires you to get out, get a few color spots for your garden, and get to planting. Anyways, until next time, much success in all you do and grow. We'll be seeing you shortly back here at Crowley House very soon. Bye-bye.